Hey there, this is Dr. Fatima Williams Castro. I am in the office today and I just wanted to do a quick video because I get lots of questions from graduate students and from faculty about how to really start a consulting business and how to start a business where you're using your expertise to make money. And right now I am under a crazy deadline. I have not been under a deadline like this in a very long time. So I'll tell you just a little bit about the project. I can't really say much about the client because of course there's like non-disclosure agreements. But in this case, I am working with tons of hours of focus group data and interview data. So I helped to lead a team of a couple people who did interviews at this particular site, and we also did focus groups. Fortunately, I did not have to transcribe all this material, but now that the material is transcribed, it has to be analyzed. And so my job as one of the leads on the qualitative team is to make sure that the data gets coded well, and that it can be passed off to be written up in a report, which I'll also participate in later on in the process after others do some data analysis as well. But why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because I just want to give a little bit of a glimpse into what it's actually like to consult. So people hear consulting and they think about a lot of money. Projects can be really good. I got this project by working with one of my mentors who runs a consulting firm, and every once in a while I will do projects with them, maybe like twice a year if it's something that's really good, really interesting, and I think is good enough to take me away from all you amazing PhDs and academics who are looking for work. So working on this project though, much unlike being in grad school or writing a dissertation, you are under the constraints and also the deadlines that are placed by your client. And this client is very insistent. They really need this material quickly. They're going through a big organizational change and they need our data so that they can do the next stages of just planning for their company, for their organization. So this is a $5.5 billion project, not what we're getting paid as a team, but what we are actually working on. So the consulting work that we are doing is helping an organization that's valued at $5.5 billion. So that's a lot. It feels really cool to work on a project that's important like that. But I just guess I wanted to say, it's cool, it's fun. I think consulting is really great for PhDs and for grad students, especially if you love to learn, you like to research, and you're really good at doing deep dives into information pretty quickly. It can be a really great area, whether you're working with a firm or as an independent consultant. I would just say though, as an independent, there's a lot of considerations that you need to take into account. And I'll talk about some of those on the blog in the couple coming up weeks, about what that looks like, what entrepreneurship can look like. But I'll just give you a quick sneak peek into what I'm doing right now. So let's see. This is I don't think you can see it, my screen, but I've been going through in some of my office. Yay. I have been in my sad little plant. I've been going through hundreds of pages of transcriptions and coding and working on them. So that's that. We'll talk more about consulting, and we'll talk more about what it's like to go out on your own or have your own business as a PhD, as a grad student, or as an academic. And feel free to send me questions. All right, guys, have a good night. I will be up for a while because I've got to get all this in by tomorrow, and I've been working for the past 4 days straight. You can see I'm in sweatpants. I'm never in, well, not in sweatpants, but a sweatshirt. So not me, but when you're in the house or, having to get work done, what do you do? So that's that. Have a great night.